Well, hello and welcome to the Writer's Block. We are a group of writers of various different kinds and calibers. All of us studied with Brandon Sanderson at Brigham Young University together at one point, and that is what connects us. Besides, of course, this here YouTube channel that you have either searched for or stumbled upon. Thanks so much for joining us. We generally speaking kind of talk about good principles of writing, talk about good principles of current genres and things of that kind. But today's video is entirely about us just kind of introducing ourselves so that hopefully you guys can get to know us a little bit better and maybe understand us a little bit more as you watch these videos. We're going to be going in alphabetical order. So without further ado, Cameron, will you take it away?
Absolutely. My name is Cameron Hopkin. I've been writing in earnest for about 5 years now. And this group that we stumbled into as a part of Brandon's class was a big part of me sort of moving into this a little bit more full time. If you are interested in anything that I have to say or any of my work, I did just have a book that launched as part of a Kickstarter campaign a few months ago. At the end of 2020, beginning of 2021. That can still be found on Kickstarter if you just search for the keyword Asunder. You'll find the RPG game, and my book is one of the options that you can choose as a pre-order. It will also be launching, the name of the book is A Gathering of Chaos. It will be launching on Amazon and other e-retailers in both ebook and audiobook versions mid-June 2021. You can also find me on Twitter at Cameron Hopkin. Yeah, that's all there is to that handle.
I think that's your name.
Am I done? I think I'm done. Will someone else start talking?
I can start talking. My name is Erica Smith. I write about fantasy and I write about princesses. And you can find me at my two blogs, Erica Liza Writes. I also run a fairy tale analysis blog for Brigham Young University. You can find that at fairytales.byu.edu.
Hello, my name is Jeffrey Wolf. I've been writing for too long for the amount of productivity that I've got to my name, which is not enough for how long I've been writing. But I write primarily fantasy, some sci-fi. As I've mentioned in other videos, I really enjoy like progression fantasy and characters learning and training and fight scenes and all anime stuff and all that jazz. You can see my work in a couple different places. There's some samples on my website, which is just jeffreybwolf.com, which also has some information about the application I used to go to BYU because I was coming in from out of state to just go to Brandon's class. And so that was a real exciting experience for me. And if my application helps people, get in, good luck with getting in. It was an amazing experience, as you can see from these great people I get to talk with concerning writing. Also, I do have some shorts available on Amazon, which you can find by searching for my name. And most recently, I'm going to be starting to post on Royal Road, a story that I am very excited about. But you can find out about all those things at Jeffrey B. Wolf, and some novels should ideally be coming out later this year as well. So more on that to come.
Awesome. My name is Mari Mullen, and I'm just confirming that Cameron's Twitter is at Cameron Hopkin, because I did double check.
Thank you.
My Twitter is at Mari's Tea Shop. Mari is like Mario without the O. I am currently pursuing an MFA in fiction at BYU. With an emphasis in sci-fi fantasy, particularly in soft magic systems, in stories more based in folklore or oral tradition, which is kind of my sweet spot. I have a couple of pieces published on inscape.byu.edu. Those are not sci-fi fantasy. They might be a little bit boring. But if you want to check out those literary pieces, I tend to lean towards the literary side of fiction in trying to determine how language is constructed, and primarily in sci-fi fantasy, how we can use language to be able to create beautiful worlds that suck in readers and impact people.
A quick note, I would just like to inform our viewers that when Mari says boring, she means gorgeous.
Yes.
Well,
yes.
Literary, I don't know.
Yes.
At least, I mean, by our opinions, delightful. Mari and other readers, we cannot attest to their thoughts, but by our opinions,
For all viewers,
delightful.
just so you know, when we do writing group, whenever I say anything semi-self-deprecating, everyone just jumps in and says something really, really nice, and it's carried on to the recording.
And she
Yes,
I want
yes.
to melt away.
Now you
So
all get
pass-
to see our dynamic right here, right now.
Everyone's very nice, and also kind of torture me. So we'll go on to Mason.
Accurate.
Great.
Accurate.
Great. Last but not least, there is me. It should be stated that we do have a couple of people that have appeared on this channel that are not here today. I will just briefly mention them for a moment. We have the Byers twins, Cody Byers and Jonah Byers as well. Both of whom write fantasy at the moment. I know that Cody is currently querying a novel, and sorry, my apologies. Jonah is currently querying a novel, and Cody is currently working on the conclusion of a novel that he's been running with us for a little bit. Steve, for the moment, is on hiatus, but will be rejoining us in the coming months and is co-authoring a sci-fi novel with Jeff. So those should be mentioned, though they are not here with us today. Last but not least, my name is Mason. You're probably going to be seeing my name as Mason Graham on this video, I now realize. My pseudonym, my writer name, alter ego, if you will, is Mason Allen. That is Allan, not Allen or Alan, two more popular spellings. I write just whatever I dang well please, I guess, and heck if it is in a hodgepodge. My work that is currently out there and available is called Rebellion: The Departure. It is a short science fiction novel, the first installment of which you can find on Amazon and can purchase either as a paperback or as a Kindle ebook, whichever you prefer. The image that you can see behind me is some of the cover for the sequel to that novel. Thank you, Mari, for showcasing that for me. That's kind. I probably should have thought ahead and had that ready. Thank you. The second book, which will be coming shortly and is named Rebellion: Prison Break, is hopefully forthcoming within the next month or two. And so if you do want to give Rebellion: The Departure a look and enjoy it, I personally think that Prison Break is nothing if not an improvement on the first. And I'm very excited to get it out there. I am also currently working on finishing up a short story to send out to some publications, and am beginning a fantasy novel, which I will not be disclosing many details about for obvious reasons at this point. As for where to contact me, I believe my handle for Twitter, where I am most active, is Mr. Mason Allen, at Mr. Mason Allen. Though I am also on Instagram and on Facebook as Mason Allen as well. I believe Instagram is Mr_Mason_Allen, and that is MR for Mr., not the spelled out iteration of Mr. Last but not least, you can take a gander at my website, www.mrmasonallen.com. Try to keep my, my handles and my websites and whatnot pretty thematically centered. So hopefully if you get the one, you should be able to get all of them. Yeah, feel free to give the website a look. I like it. I think it's half decent. I think it's okay. But yeah, so that is all of us. Whether you particularly enjoyed us talking about ourselves or not, thank you for giving this video a watch if you've made it this far. And we hope that you guys are able to find us on the various social medias and interwebs. Yeah, let us know what you think of this particular YouTube channel. All this being said, thanks so much for joining us, and we'll see you later, blockheads.